It's been a little longer than anticipated, but finally I have my Jackson Kelly back, this time in proper playing condition. I also found this very nice Walker and Williams leather strap, perfect pairing for the finish. In terms of guitar work, I had the EMGs swapped out for Seymour Duncan Black Winters, so I can actually play this now and hear how this sounds. I also got the Floyd Rose blocked, and most critically, had this left-handed guitar set up to be played righty. The reason I chose Black Winters for the pickups is because I really wanted a guitar dedicated to black metal riffing, and these give the highest treble output. I always found that the stock Duncans on my RR3 are too bass heavy and lacking in the brightness you really want in a black metal riff. So most of this video is just going to be me tremolo picking some classics on the bridge pickup. Okay, the one thing that really surprised me about this guitar is the monster sustain, as I showed right there. I know it's a classic meme, but really, compared to my RR3, these notes last forever. I don't know all the intricacies of guitar engineering, so it might be from blocking the Floyd Rose, or maybe the ebony fretboard, or just really good construction, a great setup. Maybe it could just be the pickups, anything. I do also want to mention that the guitar audio you're hearing is recorded by miking my amp up with an SM57. There are no additional effects applied, no DI, nothing. This is the sound that comes straight out of the amp that I'm hearing in the room, or at least as well as an SM57 can capture it. Now, as for what I think about the tone on these pickups, I really loved, especially that demo of Freezing Moon, how clear these upper open strings rang out on top of that power chord underneath. On a guitar with pickups that don't provide as much treble, the power chord really muddies those notes, especially if I was playing that on my RR3. You wouldn't hear them as clear as you do on this guitar, so I do think these pickups make an absolute difference. The next thing I want to do is play some of my own riffs so we can hear how they would have sounded if I always had this guitar. This is one of my all-time favorites, the Alcest-influenced song, Tempest. Again, with these pickups, I find that the upper strings really ring out a lot better than they used to on my RR3. For something like black metal where you're continuously playing chords, this sounds pretty good if you're just doing 2 strings, but once you start to expand your riffs and make your chords bigger to these 4-string chords that I'm playing, the bass notes tend to dominate over the treble notes. So again, I think that is 100% a positive effect that is coming from these pickups. And how about a song from my latest album, Eternal Light, the closing track, Darkness, probably my best pure black metal riff. No Jackson Kelly video would be complete without Megadeth, so here goes. That's just so cool. Now to finish off a proper demo, I suppose I have to show the neck pickup as well. I don't really plan on chugging a lot of heavy riffs. I'm still gonna use my RR3 for that, but here's some inner Arma, starting with the bridge pickup for a comparison. This is Westward. It's one of the heaviest riffs ever. Now let's hear it for real on the neck. It sounds fine, but I don't write a lot of riffs that play like this anyway. We'll see how much use I get out of the neck pickup. But I do think it sounds better on cleans, so let's switch over to that. Here is the opening riff to Obsidian Heart on the neck. It sounds pretty nice, at least the arpeggiated section. The chords, not too much, maybe a little bit too deep, too bassy. But here's the bridge pickup in comparison. That does not sound good to me at all. It's simply too sharp, even on the chords, but especially those arpeggios sound terrible to me. So if I do use the guitar for cleans, it would be neck pickup only, but most of the time when I do cleans, I'm comboing my 12 string with my classical guitar. So again, I don't see much use of this guitar besides the bridge pickup with distortion for tremolo picking black metal riffs. Funny enough, it's not the knobs and switches that make it hard for me to play this guitar, as anyone might have expected, including myself. It's actually, surprisingly, the 24 fret extended neck. I've played exclusively 21 and 22 fret necks for 16 years, so I'm not used at all to fretting on this. And you might have noticed a lot of cuts. It's because I just can't get to the right spot. I'm kind of judging the fret from the 12th position as opposed to the bottom position. So when I want to go to 7, I end up going to 9. And that's a pretty frequent mistake. In fact, the very beginning of this video started off with me going up to 9 instead of 7. I'll cut that in right here. Every time. So I want to close this video talking about something completely different but absolutely important. St. Vitus is one of the greatest metal venues in America, and for those of you not in the New York area, they were shut down about a month ago by the city in the middle of a show, nonetheless, over bureaucratic stuff. So I've done everything possible to support them, including merch and gift bags. I've got a few great t-shirts, like the one I'm wearing right now, a hoodie, which I've always actually kind of needed for a while, and even this hat. I'm not a hat guy, but the mesh back of the hat does double as a pretty decent pop filter. Honestly, I think it works a little bit better than the one that I've been using for way too long now. I'm not asking everyone to support St. Vitus in particular, but do support your local underground metal and punk venues. It's a tough time for live music in an age where ticket sales are basically monopolized by a few corporations who gouge both the venues and us, the patrons, with hiked up prices and fees. That's all. Thanks for watching.